Greetings from beautiful Winnipeg. My name is Hadassah Vitar, and I help stress professionals achieve well-being by teaching them how to control their minds and nourish their bodies. And today I want to talk about stress. We all know about stress, especially right now. We're still in the throes of a pandemic. It's been almost 2 years and we're still going. And those of us in Canada have just been through an election. It's been a time. So I wanted to talk about 3 ways to deal with stress eating, because that is something that a lot of people do to try and relieve that stress. I'm just going to be looking at my notes while we speak. So if you see me looking down, you'll know why. So let me start by saying that I'm not talking about people with eating disorder. If you have an actual eating disorder, then this conversation is not for you. You need to talk to a professional who can help you deal with the serious issues that are causing you to either eat too much, eat too little, and so on. I'm talking here to people who, generally speaking, have a normal, if you will, amount of stress, or what we might call normal right now. And one of the ways that they deal with it is with stress eating, which might simply mean that at 11 o'clock at night, you're diving into the brownies or the Ben & Jerry's, and you find yourself unable to stop, and you might be getting a little alarmed about that. So I want to talk about 3 things that you should think about if you are dealing with stress eating. One of the ways that we can deal with it is, first of all, just to be aware. When I was doing my life coaching training, one of the things that my teacher talked about was the different kinds of eating: fuel eating, eating because you're hungry; joy eating, eating because something tastes really good; and then there was fog eating, which most of us do too much of. Like, basically, you look at the bag, you look at the container, you look at the bowl, and you go like, I don't remember eating that. I didn't even enjoy it. So fog eating is the kind of eating which can cause us issues, especially for stress. Now, Tony Robbins says that one of the ways that we deal with stress is by changing our state, and that can happen by ways of eating, moving, things like that. When we're fog eating or stress eating, once you become aware of what you're doing, it can help. Sometimes you're like, screw it, I'm just going to keep on. And that's okay in that moment if that's what you need. Don't beat yourself up. But the important thing is to realize, is to be aware, to not have that moment of, how did this happen? I don't remember doing this. So once you become aware of what you're doing, if you're going like, I'm eating these brownies, I didn't mean to eat these brownies, I shouldn't, don't shoot all over yourself. Eating these brownies is not beneficial, is not going to support me in my goals for my life, and it might make me feel better in the short run, but in the long run, I'm probably going to wake up tomorrow morning feeling really lousy. So one possibility, one important thing is to be aware, and then maybe you can say, you know what, I'm going to put the brownies away for now. And I might go to bed. I don't know about you, but I find that this sort of thing happens to me when I'm up too late. So that's something to think about. If you find yourself eating sugary things late at night, you might want to consider just going to bed. Another important thing is to not restrict. That's what I was saying. Like, don't beat yourself up. Don't shoot all over yourself. Don't restrict during the day because you think, I'm going to be getting into the brownies tonight. You might be getting into the brownies because you're actually hungry, and that's going to make it a lot harder to not get into them. So make sure that you eat enough during the day, that you're getting healthy foods during the day. Don't restrict. And the third tip I'm going to give you right now is to get off social media. Okay, doom scrolling, and I am as guilty of it as anyone else. We had an election, and I was checking the numbers. And then you need to be aware that this is the time when fog eating is most likely to happen. So if you find yourself sitting on social media, scrolling for no particular reason. It's not contributing to your happiness. You're not interacting with people. It's this thing, if you're talking with your friends, that's fine, that's one thing. But if all you're doing is just scrolling and looking at things that don't bring you joy, it's a really, really good idea to get off. So just to go back and remind you of the 3 things that we talked about. 1, be aware. Number 2, don't restrict. And number 3, get off social media. Those are 3 things that can definitely be helpful in dealing with stress eating. Now, I have a PDF in which I've put my 7 favorite stress busters. If you would like to have that, you can just drop me a message or you can text me. The number is in the caption of this video, and I will be happy to send it to you. So you have a great day. Remember, I love you, and we'll talk again soon.